Is Huesto Nick gone too?
Go back.
Is Audra there?
No,
Ah.
this is her clone.
Yeah, so I was like, how much of that did you hear?
You said you were having a hard time. Something about the paragraphs you'd written, and then you went away.
Okay, so like I was sitting there talking, and I was like, damn, she's giving me the cold shoulder. Like I was reading some stuff and then pausing for your input. It's like there's nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, then maybe I should just shut the fuck up and write more. But no, I was saying didn't make a huge alteration on like one of the first sentences, but it's like one of them I changed. I said, looking ahead, she saw ruins in the distance. She could barely make them out. Not enough sunlight for that. So like what I had changed is instead of having it like not enough sunlight for that, she thought. Or like she thought there's not enough sunlight for that. I just have it as a continuation of the sentence. But because it's like it works for that closer POV to just have thoughts like sentences or continuations of sentences, right?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of times I split them off as fragmented sentences, technically.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed with your writing style. With I did read like a couple chapters. Very. That's something I sucked at. Always. I envy that.
Took some work to get there, but I'm all about flow. With like that's my number one thing is like the flow of the prose.
So the thing I'm trying to figure out, because I was one of the things I said is that it almost seems easier to write just straight POV, but I kind of want a bit more flow, and I feel like that would be markedly choppy. Because it'd be like just a shit ton of bullet point thoughts. It'd be like walking out to the edge of the. It's like walking out to the edge of the platform, looking down, snow, field. Like, I like when I think about thoughts, I tend to have like dog thoughts. It's like people ask me like, "What do you see?" I'm like, I don't know. There's trees. There's the sky's blue.
That can be interesting sometimes.
It depends on the type of character. Like, some could have.
There's this guy's Irish noir writer, and he's like super in the person's head. I always find it kind of fun to read. He wrote London Boulevard. That's the book of his I read.
Mm. Yeah.
This is a little fragment that I played with where I was trying to do that really close. Almost nonsensical. It's not really nonsensical, but it's like not cheating at all. It's like all the way inside the character's head.
Right.
What do you think about? Never mind. I'm not going to interrupt. You guys are having a pleasant conversation.
I'm going to have to step out for a few minutes here pretty quick.
So sad. Yeah, like immediately when I'm reading in this POV style, like this makes sense to me in terms of the way thought flows.
Yeah, it it's actually like when I'm in that mode and I can write that away, it's really cool. But it's actually one of the more. It almost takes me longer to write something like that than a little. Yeah. It's
I might try messing around with this because when I'm taking
almost
notes,
painful to do that, but yet it's really fun when I really like what comes out of it.
uh, I think I'm going to try this a bit more and then try to, I don't know if expand into a more third person sort of thing, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like doing a closer POV would be more comfortable, and then trying to play with how I can expand that might be better than me trying to, I don't know, play with too many rules too early on. Because like I want to get out thoughts, and I think this would be way easier as like just a POV, just like somebody looking around, because there's a lot less to deal with. It's just whatever their attention's on.
Right. Well, it's one of those things. As far as drafting is concerned, different people. Some people tend to start really small and expand, and some people are really wordy, and then they have to chop it down. Either way works.
Well, I like the idea of like being very in multiple characters, and then having the question of, okay, what are they not seeing? And like this is what they're saying, this is what they're reacting to in the environment, but it's like there's always the question of, well, what else is going on? And yeah, I like it. It's cool. So you said you're gonna step out.
Yeah, here in soon. My boss is coming over for a quick something. Going to show me in the next like 5 minutes or something. But he's coming here, so I'll bug out whenever he gets here.
Yeah. I might try, because I wrote a paragraph last night, but it was not in any sort of POV. Was it's a lot more detached, sort of talking about something. But I think I'd like to reapproach it in a POV sort of sense, because wrote a paragraph just entitled Anima.
Well, another fun exercise is to take something, a page or whatever, start to a story, and try writing it in a bunch of different point of views.
That sounds potentially painful.
It can be, but it's also really good before you move on to like longer works.
Right.
Longer, because picking the wrong point of view for a longer work is a painful decision. And so it's better to, especially until you're more comfortable kind of doing it in your head or whatever. It's a good exercise to take something and try it in different points of view and see what you like better.
Right.
Or if you've got a character, you're like, oh my goodness, this character is impossible to write in first person. Like, this will never work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for some characters, I'd like to try to work in some of more flowery language that I use for some characters, because it's like I gotta. I utilize language that's like a strange mix of like morbidly fruity. It's like a character, somebody talking about someone, and he says her hair hangs like a forest of gallows. It's like I'd be interested in trying to work that into some sort of a POV, like how somebody might actually think that.
Well, if you're going to be trying to write a bunch this summer, I'll engage you in a word war or something if you want.
Word war? What the fuck is that?
It's a motivational technique that works.
Oh.
Every week or something, or you set a time interval, and then you see who's written the most. You compete to who's written the most words on whatever they're working on, and then the loser has to like write a blog post on the other person's blog or something. So it's pretty minor stakes, but
Yeah.
you know, you do get something out of it.
That's funny. On the other person's blog. Yeah.
Usually, you get to pick the winner gets to pick a topic, and the loser has to write a blog post on it. It's like the reluctant guest poster. Guest posting at gunpoint.
Yeah, this is non-consensual guest posting.
All right. I'll be back.
All right. It's maximum kestrel. Nah. She's AFK. Things are a fluctuation of good and bad. However, I think that's more related to my feelings and not so much the actual state of things. Not quite assy, no. Ah. Well, then sure. I pretty much have to bide my time until pretty much the car I bought gets relinquished by the owners. Huh? Yeah, no, it was dude my dad works with. Yeah, no, it's a dude my dad works with. It's basically in another town, and they're going to be driving it up at some point. But it wasn't like an officially bought car. It's just sort of like, got it for only like $500. So, but I was the one that paid for the car. So. So I'll be waiting for that. So like not this week, but should be next week. But I gotta bide my time until then. And then you got just you can probably actually navigate places, which is unlike the cars in the UK. They're always stuck in traffic. Yeah, driving is it's a fun SE experience. Becoming the most maximum kestrel. Like my fake English. One of my favorites is when I'm saying like the word with, saying it with an F instead of a TH. Yeah, with. I'm going to go through the process of actually writing things and recording myself playing instruments so I can actually remember that I have any sort of valuable skill. It's very strange because I'll like forget day to day that I'm good at things. Guitar. I'll get disappointed because I'll be like, I'm not playing things well, but it's like part of that reason is because I'm making shit up all the time, so it's like I don't have it memorized. Yeah. I love it. More so than playing music, like the thing that sort of motivates me is the thought that if I were to record it in the right setting with the right people playing and whatnot, that it would like it could make an experience. It would make something, powerful in some way. Yeah. You just got to find the positive portions of it, because it's like irritating, monotonous. I get that, but that's at least 40% of life, even if you're doing it right. You're just picking and choosing what irritating and monotonous things you're willing to put up with, and whether or not they're contributing to the goals that you want. So it's like earworm. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I do that all the time. That's just because you need to exercise the demons. You got to play it till it's not in you anymore. You gotta take it and you gotta mess with it. You gotta make it sound just. I'll get stuff stuck in my head, and it's like I'll warp it until it's not even recognizable, and it's so annoying that I won't keep singing it. Oh, I didn't even know it was an LP. That's just what I do. I suppose I have to go to Windows Live Movie Maker to do the thing with the thing and the other thing. So part of the reason why I'm not being particularly active conversation partner here is because I'm trying to take a 7 or 8 minute audio recording of me just goofing around. Well, not really goofing around. I was trying to play seriously, but it's just not all of it's coming out beautifully because I'm just practicing. But it's like 7 8 minute recording of me with my amp plugged in. But I'm trying to make it into so the YouTube accessible. So that's what I'm currently working on. So, however, I can most likely hear the ticks if you post something in the chat, so I'll be able to flip back and read what you wrote. Yeah, I'm trying to upload it to YouTube. That way you'd be able to hear it. I mean, now I need instant gratification. No, no. You will have to wait. Birdie boy. All right, I'm gonna bounce. I'll be back later.